Coming up on CityView, emergency preparedness. The city examines its response effort during the Labor Day wildfires. Austin Energy Science Festival, Central Texas students use math and science to solve real-world issues. And watershed protection, what you need to know about snakes before entering an Austin watershed. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Leslie Sopko. Those stories and more, but first our top story. The Austin Water Utility is wrapping up work on a 4-mile-long wastewater tunnel beneath Lady Bird Lake. When complete, the tunnel will transport wastewater from downtown Austin and parts of South Austin to wastewater plants for treatment. This project replaces aging pipes that were installed more than 50 years ago and allows engineers to eliminate lift stations that are expensive to maintain. The bulk of the work is being done about 60 to 80 feet below ground, with the tunnel running across Lady Bird Lake 3 times. Engineers say the new pipes are made with resin, which resists corrosion better than traditional concrete. They are expected to last at least 100 years, which is twice as long as the old system. The project is expected to be completed this fall. Austin Mayor Lee Leffingwell hosted the second annual Emergency Preparedness Summit to discuss how well multiple jurisdictions in Central Texas work together when responding to emergencies. Elected officials and emergency management coordinators used the Labor Day wildfires as a case study during the summit. During this incident, the Austin Fire Department and Austin Travis County EMS assisted emergency personnel in Bastrop, as well as other communities impacted by the wildfires. Mayor Leffingwell stressed the importance of effective communication between organizations and commended Austin for its response.
I'm proud of our city for responding, sending firefighters, fire trucks, and other equipment, police officers and EMS personnel to Bastrop and other areas, Steiner Ranch in Pflugerville, in Leander and Spicewood, to help those folks deal with something that was frankly beyond their capability to do.
Well, have you ever gone camping and feared whether a snake might pop out of nowhere? Austin's watershed protection instructors run the same risk when providing outdoor student tours about Austin's watersheds and the Edwards Aquifer. That's why they go through extensive training on how to deal with wild animals before hitting the trails. Here's a behind-the-scenes look at one of those training courses.
What about that pupil? Could y'all tell? Yeah, he looks kind of mean though, doesn't he? We're educating some of our educators. The park rangers are here doing one of their training sessions, and also we're bringing some folks in from Watershed Protection Department in order to kind of give them the ins and outs on when is appropriate to act when there's a reptile encountered either on the trail or in a cave. We're going to be doing some practicing with moving some non-venomous snakes from place to place in order that they get practice moving those if the need arises. This is a good opportunity for me to get bit. The importance of the public being able to, and as well as city employees being able to recognize these not as incidents but more as opportunities. All right, no, grab him, he's getting away. In order to interact and to educate themselves as well as educate other people, something I have a tremendous passion for. You did it.
I am learning about snakes and how to handle them. If you come across a snake, what do? We learned about different species of snakes, and then the good part was being able to handle a snake.
I've got the weight here. I can do here all day long. Nothing's going to happen.
We learned about grabbing its tail and using a tool and putting it in a bag if we come across one. I am in snake habitat quite a bit with children with my job. It's fantastic that the City of Austin supports a program like this, that it has this kind of education accessible to so many kids. It's really wonderful to see young people learning about their habitat and their environment and how to take care of it. I've touched a pet snake before, but I've never used a tool and handled its tail and felt the muscles in that way when it's trying to get away.
Some 10,000 students, parents, teachers, and volunteers participated in this year's Austin Energy Regional Science Festival. This is Austin Energy's largest community event of the year and one of the largest regional science fairs in Texas. This year's event showcased more than 2,500 science projects from more than 200 schools in Central Texas. Middle and high school students who placed first, second, or third advanced to the state science fair competition. The regional competition requires some 500 judges and more than 100 general volunteers. Students say the science competition motivates them to solve real issues.
Just do something that's never been done before and do something that actually has some application for use in the world. So it's a very unique opportunity to do something that could really have an impact on the future and just the world.
It's important to us that they continue to love the effort, the endeavor behind science. And they're going to be our future workforce, and so we need those future engineers because they're going to solve, again, the problems that we face and that we're trying to tackle at the electric utility, at high-tech companies, at all the companies here in Austin.
Winners from the Austin Energy Regional Science Festival and 10 other regional competitions in Texas advanced to the State Science Fair to be held March 29th in San Antonio. And finally, new artwork from the 2012 People's Gallery is on exhibit at Austin City Hall. The new gallery is located on the first 3 floors of City Hall and features more than 150 pieces of art from local artists. One of the chosen artists is Sun Young Chung, who created a sculpture that mimics the spiral motion of the human DNA double helix. Her husband, sculptor Philippe Kleinfelter, designed the stainless steel spine for the artwork. We caught up with them while they were installing their pieces.
I love the architecture here, and the light is great, and it's really perfect for my piece among many other people's.
I think the People's Gallery is the best thing in Austin. They show your work for a year, they catalog it. It truly is one of the great institutions, and it's such a democratic way to look at art. I think it's just wonderful.
All artwork from the People's Gallery will be on display through January 13th, 2013. And that's all for this edition of CityView. I'm your host, Leslie Sopko. Our next episode premieres Friday, March 9th. Thanks for watching.